Took a little bit for her to get going, but she looks like she's taking off real good right now. A little windier than it was supposed to be, but not by a whole lot. Like I said, it either burns like gasoline or a wet sponge. I don't want to burn right there, but there's a porcupine. Some of it's just not wanting to take off like it should. Something sounds loose on that thing. Hey buddy, you're going the wrong way. You need to go over to those trees there. You're safe there. This should be a good spot for my base station. Right there. He's a big boy too. So I think I know I'm at the point now where I can do a lot of auto grading. I already started doing some. I was using it to crack the hard pan and not go too deep, because if I did it manually, it would go, and I'd have a little bit too much pressure and she would sink. So Dad told me he thought he winged that guy with the disc accidentally. And he was sitting there for the last 2 hours. I was thinking he was dead. Does look like he's got a bit of a limp to him. Poor guy. So I'm gonna shut her down for the night. I'm gonna grab my old RTK base station here and I'll take everything back to the yard, get it charged up for tomorrow. And with any luck, 3-4 hours this will be done. Dad said there's 2 over there that he thinks will be really easy to do. So hopefully we can do that too. Alright, so I would have done more filming, but I was having some connectivity issues with this guy this morning. I think I've got it fixed. But you can see I got a pretty good trench going on right in front of me. So it was a lot worse. Like it was almost, I want to say it was like just shy of 2 feet up here is what I had to cut. But as I've been cutting, I've always gone that way into the slough and spread stuff around. But then because I kept on having connectivity issues, I've had to I tried restarting the app. I tried a couple things out there. And then I ended up restarting the tablet, and that seemed to work. I was having Wi-Fi issues, I think. Anyways, every time I do that, I have to go and resurvey. So I've got a pretty good build-up in that old slough. Probably not quite where I need to be yet. If you look really close, you can see, here, let's see if I can block. The X is where I am. The green is where I want to be, and the red was the terrain. Was. That's something I wish that they would add, is the existing versus current or something like that. And then also, it's like, oh, target versus your nudge, because I've nudged myself up 4 inches. But we're in a good spot here, low one. This tractor's not great because I'm always shifting gears. I get to the end and then I have to change my range because I do my cuts in in low one. I'll get to the end of my cut and usually I'm in M and then 2 or 3 to run around and get back online. So yeah, if I had power shift or CVT, that'd be great. We're gonna start this and we're gonna let this get down to height. Usually I actually get it closer to the ground before I hit the auto grade. Kind of make sure I'm level. Looks like it. Maybe a little bump that way. And as I start going, it'll do its thing. It looks like I finally plucked that one rock out, because that's been a pain in my ass all morning. But you can see it's just starting to scuff it there. Oh, there's another rock there. Kind of getting off level. Up here where it's still a bit of hard pan on top, that's where it's going to cut really good. Or I shouldn't say where it's gonna, but where it needs to. Another rock. I do think I need a different cutting edge on this dozer. Something with it like a zigzag pattern in it. Just we can get a little more pressure, a little better cut. So in the off season there we go. Now we're getting some dirt moving. In the off season, I'll try and source one of them. Kind of getting built up pretty good. I'm gonna stop.
Auto grading stopped.
I do wish they had a Bluetooth button for that, like just maybe a 6-button remote where you could do start, stop, nudge up, nudge down, raise, lower. That's probably all you need. Because I have accidentally hit resets or raise and lower instead of nudging. Okay, so now we're done that cut. And of course you can't change ranges while you're on the go. So now we gotta run back empty, do another cut. We should be getting pretty close to the point where I can decrease my nudge. I'm thinking with the amount of dirt I've moved this way and filling up, I'm thinking by the time I get to maybe 2-inch nudge, I should be pretty much able to go and resurvey, and I think I'll have a grade. So I'm gonna get, there's no point in me going all the way down there. That's all well on grade. It's like, that's another, it doesn't show you where I actively am, it shows you where I shut off. That should be pretty much back here, but obviously I don't need to do any ditching on that. That's a beautiful grade, more than enough. So now we gotta I'm fully on. I'll lower it a bit, get it close, start.
Auto grading started.
Let it find its home, and now we go again. Yeah, if I look, it does seem like, probably hard to see on camera, but the right side probably needs a little more fill. So let's see how these, nice if we could pluck these friggin' rocks out. There's one right there. Nope. And there's one right there. Definitely see the allure of tile. One thing I do worry about, and you know, I have worries because I'm not fully informed on tile. You know, the permitting process and all that, that's one thing. The other I worry about is insufficient tile, as in not enough. What I worry about is, and because like there's programs for that, you can figure out your flow coefficients and drainage and etc., etc. What I worry about is we got a lot of clay underneath, and like you try and figure it out, and it's like, well, what's your porosity of your clay versus your dirt versus in a gravel? And obviously in the spring the tiles probably froze up around here, and this slough wouldn't have made a difference, I don't think. I think it, on an average year, we probably still have a fair amount of frost in come mid-May when we're trying to seed stuff. Stretch this. What? Oh Christ, I forgot to turn that off.
Auto grading stopped.
See? That's what happens when you're not paying attention. We'll dump that there, and I can... Nope, didn't shake off. Sometimes it does. Flapping my gums instead of paying attention. There, it fell off. Definitely could use a scraper on this. That would be really nice, because you could just keep on doing circuits instead of running around empty. I would love to try a scraper. I've never ran one at all.
Auto grading started.
I worry about rocks in scrapers. I'm sure it's not a valid worry. And just trying to do the finesse. This dynamic dozer from Yanish, it works amazing for doing final grading. Like, you can tilt it, you can windrow. Not sure if you're supposed to or not, but I backblade with it, and you can steer it. So like you can offset the wheels and steer one way or the other. Let's see if we get her. Where's that rock? Da-da-da-da-da. Still riding. But yeah, definitely a winter project. Might be finding a different cutting edge for this. There we go. I like to hear her work. Alright, so we got her pretty much where I'm happy with. You can see there's some little dips and bounces and low spots, but I think we can fill that in pretty good. Uh-oh, that's too much. A little more of that, a little less that. Yeehaw. Well, we're gonna try and see what the final grade is. I think I'm pretty good. Well, you can probably see there's a few ridges I still need to knock down, but I think... Oh, why didn't it start? There we go. Started about okay time anyways. Obviously, some stuff that still needs to get knocked down. Probably when I'm done out here, Dad's going to rip up and just hit it with the disc. That won't hurt anything. You can see I got a ridge in front of me. Probably should have did that too. But I'm doing a final grade survey. Yeah, that's a little high spot there. We can knock that down. Take a look at my little run here. And again, I'm not sure how 100% accurate it's going to be, because I end up finishing it at the width of the blade, but then I have to cut my edges off. So as long as the wheels are riding in between, it should be accurate enough. So we'll stop, see what our slope IQ says. Propose. That was that little bump, I think. It would have been. And if you look at the scale, here, let's blow that up. Our range is from 2295.9, we'll call it, about there. I don't know if, yeah, that's something I wish it did, just so you could sit there and see what the difference is. Not really worried about that. They're saying half a foot there. I think that's pretty good. You know, we'll see what kind of... Whoa, I gotta pay attention. There's my base station. That would have been $15,000 ruined if I ran over that. Yeah, so just... If you can knock the tops off, and you can imagine, you know, it's an inch or two, and that's, it's not to say I hit the perfect spots, or I didn't do it at a slow speed. It seems like if I do it faster, the tops are higher and the bottoms are lower, so you could really shrink that down. I think she's pretty good. I think that look, if you kind of look, there's a little bit high there, probably because of where I started, so like I really don't need to worry about that. And then we're coming down into this, and yeah, I probably dipped in a bit hard, so I'm gonna drag some stuff this way to fill. If I can get another 2-3 inches over here, you know, all we're seeing is tops, and you get enough water flowing, it'll finish the rest. You just don't want too much flowing, and it gouges it out. So if I can drag kind of a little bit from that side this way, we'll be fine, I think.